Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, we're going to go through how to get the lowest monthly payment on your Tesla, what terms you have to do, and also a quick tip of a special company out there, of course, sponsored, and what you can use to actually get the lowest monthly payment. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics, but before we do that, let's roll that intro real quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below into the description. But okay, so Tesla Model 3, Model Y, expensive vehicles relative to the other price of vehicles out there. Of course, these vehicles do qualify for the $7,500 federal tax credit, a massive credit as long as you as an individual qualify for this tax credit. The TLDR on that is basically you have to make above a certain threshold, and of course you can't make above a certain threshold as well. Of course, there's state incentives that are out there, but California has a $2,000 one. It seems like Colorado has tons of incentives out there. And of course, you can use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, because if you use a Tesla referral code on a Model 3, Model Y, S, or even X, you can get anywhere up to $500 to $1,000 off plus 3 months of full self-driving. So we can quickly go through this. Typically, go check out the Tesla referral code down below in the description first, then head on over to our favorite website, which is waitingfortesla.com, where you can see there are massive discounts across the board out there eligible for Model Y and Model 3. But the question is, how can we get to the lowest monthly payment? And how you can do that is actually a term that Tesla just introduced pretty recently. It's an 84-month term at 6.84%. And if we look at this, at least with Tesla's calculator right here, that gives us a net monthly payment of $552 a month before taxes, fees, and anything like that. Now, is it recommended to do an 84-month term? That is a super long term with a lot of interest out there, so just FYI on that. But that's where channel sponsors, if you're looking for the best monthly payment, that's where channel sponsors like Tenet come into play. Tenet allows you to defer the portion of the loan all the way to the end, maybe even that $7,500 federal tax credit, and their rate for an 84-month term is very similar to the Tesla rate. So that's how you're going to get the absolutely lowest monthly payment for your Tesla, by stretching it out and also deferring a portion of that loan so it's not factored into your monthly payment. So definitely check out Tenet down below in the description. And thank you to Tenet for sponsoring this video and a bunch of videos this month. And so my recommendation, if you're going to be applying and hitting your credit anyways, you might as well check out Tesla financing and see what offer and rate they offer you. And then check out Tenet at the same time and do it all. Make sure you do that within the same week or two, so it's the same credit hit at the end of the day, or it's looped into at the same credit hit at the end of the day. But I do want to give you the caveat, like doing that long of a term with that much interest at that high rate, that is certainly going to be a big amount of interest that are out there. So here's a handy dandy auto loan interest calculator. We can see we put in $50,000, 84 months, 6.84%. You can see the total loan interest on that loan, if you kept it all the way to 84 months, is going to be a total of $13,000 and some change. And so if you're going to be doing a long term like that, definitely try and pay it off as quick as possible, or even definitely try and refinance it as quick as possible. There's certainly a strategy where you use this term or use this type of loan, get that tax credit next year, and then pay off it or refinance the whole thing and use the tax credit to pay off a certain amount, and then refinance the whole thing at, hopefully, fingers crossed, a lower interest rate. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. That's a quick tip on how to get the lowest monthly payment on a Tesla. If you're interested in trying to get the lowest monthly payment, there's different strategies. Some people want the lowest monthly payment, some people want the lowest interest rate, and there's different ways you can go about it. But the one thing you got to do for sure is head on over to waitingfortesla.com, find a discounted inventory vehicle, and also definitely use a Tesla referral code just like the one down below in the description to get an extra $500 to $1,000 off. But Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is Patreon link. You support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. But thanks for coming in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Sorry we're on a little bit late today. This week's going to be hectic. We're going to be traveling, so you will see that we're not going to be at home at all. And the times of all these streams, it's definitely not going to be 5:30 p.m. every single day. We try and hit that 5:30 p.m. mark, but we're going to see how the next schedule is going to be in these next few days. Slaughter, thanks for coming in. Andres, thanks for coming in. I'm going to get to all of your questions because that's the benefit, right? You can come in here and ask anything you want, and then we'll certainly get to the questions at the end of or at the certain point after like the next two topics. In this next topic, we're going to talk about Tesla's upcoming discounts and why Tesla has increased discounts pretty recently. And I'll give you my indicator, my newest indicator on if you're wondering when the next big discount or inventory discounts are coming up soon. There's really 3 things or 4 things that you have to look at. So we'll talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested in. So if you didn't know really recently, there was a bunch of or a handful of inventory discounts that got dumped into the inventory sites. And so the first indicator that we would always look at before was inventory. As inventory ramped up, as vehicles started to pile up for the Model 3 and Model Y, that's when we would see discounts start to trickle in. And so this is the Matt Young inventory tracker chart for the Model Y. You can see inventory kind of goes up and down like a crazy roller coaster, kind of the same thing for the Model 3. But if inventory started to pile up, that's when we would hope to see more discounts on vehicles, and that's when we would start to see more discounts on vehicles. But that kind of changed. Tesla started to mess with inventory sites, so we didn't get a clear picture of what was going on. And so the second indicator was always timing. The second one was if it was the end of the quarter or end of the month, but it's more importantly the end of the quarter. So the next end of quarter is going to be September, and then after that it's going to be December. And the reason why is Tesla has to hit these numbers to sell their vehicles. So that's when you start to see more demo discounts getting rolled out, more higher discounts, all the way up to maybe even $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 off inventory vehicles. That's when you start to see them. If you're looking for the best deal, that's when you can try and wait for it. But the newest indicator, and this is coming from the most recent earnings call that just happened pretty recently. Here's an article from the New York Times. And this is where Elon said on the call, quote, Tesla might have to cut prices further, Mr. Musk said, noting that higher interest rates make it harder for people to afford new cars. Quote, we don't control the macroeconomic conditions, he said during a conference call with analysts and investors. If macroeconomic conditions are stable, prices will remain stable. If macroeconomic conditions are not stable, we will have to lower prices. And so if you've been following Tesla pricing like we have, here's an inventory pricing chart of all the different new prices that are across of the Model 3, Model Y, S, and X. We can see prices have fluctuated crazily since the beginning of the year. And so the third indicator that is now what we can take a look at is interest rates. If Tesla financing increases interest rates, then prices and or inventory prices will get more aggressive and discounted. So most recently, Tesla financing went from an interest rate of 5.89% to 6.09%. This is probably because the Fed just raised the interest rates pretty recently, and that is why we are seeing more higher inventory discounts that are out there. It used to be about a $3,000 discount on the Model 3, and now we're seeing $4,000 discounts on the Model 3. It used to be like not even a discount at all on the Model Y because Model Y was so hot they were selling every single one, and now we very commonly see $3,000, $4,000, maybe even $5,000 discounts across the board on the Model Y. And then the Model S and Model X, that's where it gets even more crazier. Model S and Model X had $7,500 discounts on both of them across the board, and now both of them are all the way up to $9,500 discounts on all the different vehicles. So inventory discounts are starting to ramp up, and the latest indicator is now interest rates. So if interest rates are going to go up, then also the Tesla discount prices will start to fall. So it's kind of like this catch-22. I know a lot of you might be waiting out there on the sidelines looking to try and get the best deal. But of course, on top of that, you can use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, to get anywhere from $500 to $1,000 off your Model 3, Model Y, S, or even X, plus 3 months of full self-driving. These stack with any sort of inventory discounts that are out there. So definitely check out the link down below in the description first. Then head on over to Waiting for a Tesla, get these inventory vehicles, and then get the green check mark so that you know it is signed up, linked up, and ready to go, so that you can go ahead and place your deposit. But that's going to be the third indicator. So to wrap it up again, it's end of quarter timing. It's how much inventory that could be out there, which we don't have as good visibility anymore. But the third indicator and the newest indicator is interest rates on financing for Tesla financing. Of course, if you're looking for the best rate, that's where you can get the full list of credit unions down below in the description. The Patreon link, where you can get a full list of all the interest rates that are good for better than Tesla financing for financing your Tesla. Some even as low as 2.99, but most people can qualify for the 4 or sub 4% rate credit union. So definitely check out Patreon link down below in the description. Tapia, thanks for coming in. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well as well. We'll do one more topic and then we'll get to all your live stream comments and questions and everything like that. But thanks for coming in. Water break. In this next topic, Tesla is very used to cutting prices, but now Tesla has now cut prices in this market, or in this new market, that is a little bit surprising to me. So let's take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Shout out to Tesla Nord. Tesla announces further price cuts for the Model 3 in Thailand. And so, of course, this is not the US market. This is actually an Asian market, if you didn't know. But we do like highlighting price cuts in other markets, because what happens elsewhere can also happen into the US. But what's interesting with Thailand and why they've cut prices on the Model 3 in Thailand, not only is it because these Model 3 Highland might be coming out, and it will probably be coming out from the Giga Shanghai factory, but more importantly, it's because Thailand just got the Model 3 and Model Y, if I'm not mistaken. So that is very interesting. So you can see right here, the first Model 3 and Model Y deliveries in Thailand took place in February of this year. So I'm not sure if it's a good look that Tesla has already went to cutting prices in this newest market that they were just in. So it does show that maybe the prices are too high, or Tesla is very active on cutting prices to push more or sell more vehicles. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the next topic. Actually, we're going to jump into the live stream comments. Slaughter, how can I own a Tesla while not having a home charger? Great question, Slaughter. It's going to be tough. You can do it, or you can maybe even get like the plug, the NEMA plug, where you can plug in the mobile connector. But I would say certainly a home charger is 100% recommended, or make sure your work has a charging setup, or figure out where your level 2s are going to be around you. Or, I mean, Tesla supercharging is going to get expensive, but at the same time, there are Tesla superchargers in certain markets that could have cheaper pricing. Like right now, there's one in LA that basically has the same rate as your home rate, which is pretty good. But of course, then the argument goes into, is it worth going to a Tesla supercharger every other day and spending that time, when you can basically spend that money and get it installed at your home and save on the time cost of it? Andres, how do I pay in cash? Great question. You just pay that with Tesla. You link up your bank account and submit the money all over to them. Andres, how do I get the most deductions? Well, really, the $7,500 federal tax credit is the biggest one, but it's not really a deduction. You basically have to make that much money to have that much tax liability. So the rule of thumb threshold is, if you're single W-2 income earner about $75,000, then you'll have enough liability to get that full $7,500 back. Tapia, hey, how are you? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. How many people have you used your referral? We've got a good amount, actually. It's been going pretty well. So thank you to everybody that's used our Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, in the past and in the future. And on top of that, if there's any new owners out there, we've got some Tesla discount codes for accessories down below in the description as well. We've got 3D Mats USA for a premium floor mat that we use on our Tesla Model X. We got RIVIAN for interior accessories. We got Jawa for the best interior accessories. And of course, MAGBAK for a very OEM looking phone mount, and also rim case protectors that we actually gave away to one of you out there. And actually, we've got another set, so maybe we'll give these away. Now we're thinking. Now we are thinking good here. In this next topic on the EV price war, a new company has come out and done a collaboration that came out of left field for me. But now Costco is adding up to a $5,000 discount off Audi electric vehicle. So we'll take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Shout out to Inside EVs, Costco's latest discount, up to $5,000 off Audi EVs. Costco is now offering $5,000 off the Audi e-tron GT, which of course that's in a very expensive vehicle, like what, $120,000, and $1,500 off a Q8 e-tron. And I actually was not too aware of this because, well, I didn't know that Costco had discounts on electric vehicles. I think that I knew they had a Costco buying program, but on top of that, Costco is now used to offer $2,500 off the Volvo XC40 Recharge and the C40 EV, but now, and in the past, Costco has also featured solid deals on the Chevy Bolt on the Audi e-tron, but now they're ramping up the game and ramping up discounts. So maybe we'll start to see more discounts with Costco members and other electric vehicles, but probably definitely not for the Tesla vehicles. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the next topic. Actually, what else we got on the live stream comments? Ron, I'm looking to get a Tesla just to commute to work. I work 25 miles from home. Is a base Model 3 good for that? Ron, I would say yes, as long as you get a home charger set up at your house so that you can charge every night. Would you recommend buying a Y right now from Andres? Good question. I would say yes. If you can get a Model Y with an added extra discount of $4,000 to $5,000, maybe even $6,000 off, plus if you use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, you get an extra $500 off, then yes, I would say that would be a good time to get it. But if you can wait another month, because the next month is going to be the end of the quarter, September, maybe that will be the even better time with better discounts. Joe, would you recommend waiting for 2024 for the tax deduction? Yeah, if you're looking to buy a Model Y, if you don't need a vehicle right now, then yes, you could wait all the way till then. What Tesla has come out and said is that the Model 3 might not get the full deduction next year, or the tax credit, not the deduction, the tax credit next year. So that could be risky, but that's also kind of just leaning on what Tesla is talking about for that. Paul, thanks for coming in. Welcome back. Thanks for the support. Ron, I have a 220 volt outlet. Is that good enough? Yeah, that's good enough actually. Just get the mobile connector, get the right adapter. There have been cases where unplugging and plugging that connector into the plug or the outlet might add some extra wear and tear. So just be aware of that. I always say hardwire is probably the best, but if that's your setup, then that you can certainly go with that. But really, it's just being able to charge at 220 volts at home on a daily basis plus the standard range is where it would be perfect for you at the end of the day. All right, what else we got? Water break. I'm dying. In this next topic, we got a lot of latest Highland rumors plus a new video. So let's take a look at it. But this one is going to be about the latest rumors of the Tesla Model 3 Highland that I know a bunch of you are interested in. So let's take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Shout out to Not a Tesla app. Tesla Model 3 Highland refresh. More rumors point to imminent release. This was posted earlier today on August 6th from Kevin Armstrong. Shout out to him. But it looks like there's more rumors coming out with this Model 3 Highland. And so it has Tesla's worst kept secret, and China sales figures for July 2023 prove it. Despite a year-over-year increase, there has been a 31% decline in sales from June. People are waiting for this Model 3 Highland, and a couple Twitter users or X users have now been saying that the production has now started from Giga Shanghai. And so I certainly feel like this is what is going to happen. They're going to release it in China first, build that fear of missing out, build that demand, and then open up the US ordering page, and so that we can order our vehicles after that, because I really feel like they're starting to focus more on the Cybertruck for the US market, so we could easily see that happening. But let me know what your thoughts on it. Here's another video of a blue Model 3 Highland. I don't think I've seen a blue Model 3 Highland spotted, or quote unquote Model 3 Highland spotted in, I don't know where this could be, but this seems to be the latest spotting of the Model 3 Highland that we have certainly seen from this. But I can't wait to see it. I'm excited. I can't wait to see the new design. So let me know what your thoughts on it. When do you think it's actually coming out? When do you think it's going to be open for ordering? And do you agree? Is it going to be a Shanghai release first and then the US after that? But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is Patreon link to support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check out Patreon link down below in the description. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Hopefully everybody is doing well. We talked about earlier how to get the lowest monthly payment on your Tesla, so rewatch that. But of course, the clip is going to be coming out soon after this. This week is going to be a little bit iffy with all the different times of streaming and things like that. So thank you for everybody that's going to be coming in at the odd times for the support. And we'll probably be back home Thursday if you want to jump in for the Thursday, and then we'll go back to our normally streaming times at 5:30-ish. But thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.